I just bought one of the best Lamborghinis Lamborghini have ever made. The Lamborghini.
He is the chairman and CEO of Lamborghini. Thank you for having me here today, and I appreciate this opportunity.
The moment Lamborghini CEO stepped in front of the cameras, the entire luxury car industry knew something massive was about to happen. In a brutally honest statement that shocked both fans and competitors, Stephan Winkelmann admitted that the dream of a fully electric Lamborghini was collapsing faster than anyone expected. According to him, wealthy supercar buyers were not asking for silent electric machines. They still wanted the raw emotion and adrenaline that only a real Lamborghini engine can deliver. That single statement sent shockwaves across the automotive world because it directly challenged a future that almost every major car company has been pushing for years. Suddenly, the conversation changed from how fast can EVs become to have supercar brands lost their identity chasing electrification? Fans praised Lamborghini for protecting its legendary DNA, while critics warned that refusing full electrification could become a dangerous gamble in the future. But for millions of enthusiasts, Lamborghini's message was clear. Speed alone is not enough. People do not buy Lamborghinis just for transportation. They buy them for emotion, noise, power, and the feeling that comes when a raging engine screams behind their head. And now, after this shocking statement, the entire automotive world is questioning whether the future of supercars may look very different than everyone once imagined. For years, the automotive industry believed there was only one future waiting ahead: electric vehicles. Every major company rushed toward EV technology like it was a final destination of modern transportation. Governments pushed strict emissions rules, manufacturers invested billions into battery research, and luxury brands started promising fully electric lineups within the next decade. It seemed impossible to stop. But then Lamborghini CEO Stephan Winkelmann delivered a statement that completely disrupted the conversation. Instead of blindly following the trend, he openly admitted something many companies were too afraid to say publicly. Luxury supercar buyers were not excited about electric Lamborghinis. In fact, according to him, demand was far lower than expected. That single confession created chaos across the car world, because Lamborghini is not just another automaker. It is one of the most iconic performance brands in history, built on emotion, noise, aggression, and unforgettable driving experiences. When a company like Lamborghini questions the future of EVs, people listen. The reaction online was immediate. Social media exploded with debates between traditional car enthusiasts and EV supporters. Some fans celebrated Lamborghini for protecting the soul of the supercar industry, while others accused the company of resisting progress. YouTube creators, automotive journalists, and even rival manufacturers began discussing whether Lamborghini had just exposed a major weakness in the electric vehicle movement. For years, many executives publicly claimed that electric cars were unquestionably the future. But privately, there were rumors that luxury buyers still prefer combustion engines because EVs lack personality. Lamborghini CEO simply became the first major figure bold enough to say it openly. What made the statement even more shocking was the timing. The world had already started preparing for Lamborghini's electric future. The company previously revealed plans for the Lanzador, an all-electric grand touring vehicle designed to represent the next generation of Lamborghini performance. Fans expected it to become one of the most important vehicles in the company's history. But suddenly, reports emerged suggesting Lamborghini was delaying or reconsidering parts of its EV strategy because customer interest was weaker than expected. That revelation stunned investors and car enthusiasts alike. Many people began asking the same question. If Lamborghini buyers are rejecting EVs, could other luxury brands secretly be facing the same problem? The truth is that Lamborghini customers are very different from average car buyers. Most people purchase vehicles for practicality, fuel economy, or daily convenience. Lamborghini customers buy emotion. They buy drama. They buy the feeling that comes from sitting inside a machine that sounds like a fighter jet preparing for takeoff. The experience matters just as much as the speed itself. A Lamborghini is not designed to be quiet or efficient. It is designed to create excitement every single second it is driven. That emotional connection has defined the company for decades. Removing the engine sound removes a huge part of the Lamborghini identity. This is where the EV debate becomes complicated. Electric cars are incredibly fast. In fact, many EVs can accelerate faster than traditional supercars. But speed alone does not always create excitement. Many enthusiasts argue that electric performance feels too smooth and predictable. There is no violent gear shifting, no screaming exhaust, no mechanical chaos. Everything feels controlled and silent. For some buyers, especially younger technology-focused drivers, that is appealing. But for long-time supercar enthusiasts, it can feel emotionally empty. Lamborghini CEO essentially confirmed that many wealthy buyers still crave the raw emotion of combustion engines, even in a world increasingly focused on sustainability. Another major issue Lamborghini highlighted was charging infrastructure. While electric vehicle technology has improved rapidly, charging networks still remain inconsistent in many parts of the world. Wealthy supercar owners often travel long distances across Europe, the Middle East, and the United States. They expect convenience and reliability. Waiting for charging stations or worrying about range limitations does not match the luxury experience they are paying for. Stephan Winkelmann specifically pointed out that charging infrastructure remains disappointing compared to customer expectations. That comment added even more fuel to the debate because it suggested the problem was not just emotional, it was practical too. The irony is that Lamborghini has never ignored environmental concerns completely. The company already invested heavily into hybrid technology. Models like the Revuelto combine powerful combustion engines with electric assistance to deliver both performance and reduced emissions. Lamborghini's strategy appears to focus on preserving the emotional experience while slowly adapting to future regulations. Instead of fully abandoning engines, the company wants to extend their life through hybrid systems. For many fans, that sounds like the perfect compromise. They still get the sound, aggression, and character of a real Lamborghini while benefiting from modern technology. However, critics argue that Lamborghini may simply be delaying the inevitable. Governments around the world continue introducing stricter environmental policies. Some countries are even planning to ban new combustion engine sales within the next decade. If those regulations continue expanding, Lamborghini could eventually have no choice but to embrace full electrification. That possibility creates enormous pressure inside the company. Lamborghini must somehow balance customer passion with political reality. It is one of the most difficult challenges the brand has ever faced. What makes Lamborghini's situation especially interesting is that Ferrari faces similar pressure. Ferrari has also been developing electric technology while trying to preserve the emotional identity of its cars. Both companies understand that their customers are not simply purchasing transportation. They are purchasing an experience. If EVs cannot recreate that emotional thrill, luxury buyers may lose interest entirely. That fear could reshape the future of the entire supercar industry. Meanwhile, companies like Tesla continue proving that electric performance can dominate in straight-line speed. Tesla changed the public perception of EVs forever by showing that electric cars could outperform many traditional sports cars. Yet even Tesla's success does not automatically guarantee emotional connection for supercar enthusiasts. Many drivers respect Tesla's technology, but still prefer the sound and personality of traditional performance cars. Lamborghini CEO seems to believe that emotional connection matters more than raw numbers. The statement also exposed a growing divide between ordinary consumers and passionate car enthusiasts. For regular commuting, EVs make a lot of sense. They are efficient, quiet, and often cheaper to maintain. But supercars operate under completely different rules. Nobody buys a Lamborghini because it is practical. Nobody chooses a V12 engine because it saves fuel. Supercars are irrational machines built entirely around emotion and excitement. Trying to make them behave like normal electric appliances may destroy what made them special in the first place. As the debate intensified, many automotive fans started wondering whether Lamborghini had accidentally revealed a larger industry secret. What if luxury EV demand is weaker than companies expected? What if many manufacturers are quietly struggling to convince high-paying customers to abandon combustion engines? Suddenly, Lamborghini's shocking statement started looking less like rebellion and more like honesty. Some analysts even suggested that several brands may slow down their EV transitions after watching customer reactions carefully. At the same time, younger generations are entering the luxury car market with very different attitudes. Some younger buyers care more about technology and sustainability than engine sound. They grew up around smartphones, electric gadgets, and digital experiences. For them, silent electric speed may feel completely normal. Lamborghini therefore faces a difficult balancing act between satisfying traditional enthusiasts and attracting future buyers. The company cannot ignore environmental trends forever, but also cannot afford to lose its identity chasing them too aggressively. The history of Lamborghini itself makes this moment even more dramatic. Since its founding by Ferruccio Lamborghini, the company built its reputation on rebellious engineering and emotional performance. Lamborghini always positioned itself as the wild alternative to Ferrari, louder, more aggressive, and more outrageous. Every generation of Lamborghini cars became famous for massive engines and unforgettable soundtracks. That heritage created one of the strongest emotional fan bases in automotive history. Asking those fans to suddenly embrace silent electric vehicles was never going to be easy. Even professional drivers remained divided on the issue. Some racing experts praise EV technology because electric motors deliver instant torque and incredible acceleration. Others argue that driving excitement comes from mechanical interaction, managing gears, hearing engines, and feeling vibrations through the steering wheel. Lamborghini CEO clearly believes the second group still dominates among luxury supercar buyers. That belief could shape the company's strategy for years to come. Another important factor is exclusivity. Traditional Lamborghini engines feel rare and handcrafted. Massive, naturally aspirated engines are becoming increasingly uncommon in modern cars. That rarity makes them even more desirable among collectors. Electric motors, on the other hand, can feel similar across different vehicles. Critics argue that EVs risk making supercars lose their unique personalities because electric performance becomes easier to replicate. Lamborghini wants to avoid becoming just another fast electric machine in a market full of them. Financially, the stakes are enormous. Lamborghini's recent sales success proves there is still massive demand for emotional performance cars. The company continues breaking records despite global economic uncertainty. Customers wait months or even years for certain Lamborghini models. From a business perspective, abandoning what customers clearly love could be extremely risky. Stephan Winkelmann likely understands that better than anyone. Still, the future remains uncertain. Battery technology continues evolving rapidly. Engineers are experimenting with artificial sound systems, advanced torque management, and other innovations designed to make EVs feel more emotional. Some experts believe future electric supercars may eventually recreate the excitement of combustion engines in entirely new ways. Lamborghini itself could someday develop technology capable of satisfying both environmental requirements and emotional expectations. But right now, according to the company's own CEO, the market simply is not ready. One reason the statement resonated so strongly is because many enthusiasts secretly feared this moment for years. They worried the industry was moving too quickly toward electrification without considering what made performance cars exciting emotionally. Hearing Lamborghini publicly defend the importance of sound, emotion, and driving experience felt like validation for millions of passionate fans worldwide. Suddenly, they felt their voices were finally being heard at the same time. Environmental activists criticized Lamborghini heavily after the comments spread online. Many argued that powerful luxury brands should lead sustainability efforts instead of resisting them. Critics accused the company of prioritizing nostalgia over environmental responsibility. Supporters responded by pointing out that Lamborghini produces relatively small numbers of vehicles compared to mass-market manufacturers. The debate quickly expanded beyond cars into larger discussions about technology, climate policies, and consumer freedom. Inside the automotive industry, competitors watched carefully. Every major luxury brand now faces the same question. How do you modernize without destroying identity? Porsche, Ferrari, Aston Martin, and McLaren all face similar pressures. Lamborghini simply became the loudest voice in the conversation. Whether the company's gamble succeeds or fails could influence the future strategies of the entire supercar market. For now, one thing is absolutely certain. Lamborghini's shocking statement changed the conversation forever. Before those comments, electrification often felt inevitable and unquestioned. After those comments, people began asking whether the future of supercars should prioritize efficiency or emotion. The answer may ultimately determine what performance cars become over the next generation, and perhaps that is why the moment felt so powerful. This was not just about engines or batteries. It was about identity. It was about whether machines built for passion can survive in a world increasingly focused on silence, efficiency, and technology. Lamborghini's CEO did more than criticize electric vehicles. He challenged the entire direction of the modern automotive industry. And now, millions of fans around the world are waiting to see who will prove him right, or prove him completely wrong as the controversy continued spreading across the internet. Another unexpected reality started becoming impossible to ignore. The people defending Lamborghini were not only hardcore car enthusiasts anymore. Even casual drivers began admitting that something emotional disappears when powerful engines are replaced by silent electric motors. For decades, children grew up dreaming about Lamborghinis because of how they sounded, how they looked, and how violently they accelerated. Posters of raging bulls covered bedroom walls around the world. Movies, video games, and social media turned Lamborghini into more than just a car company. It became a symbol of power, rebellion, and success. That emotional image was built around screaming engines and dramatic performance. The idea of replacing all of that with quiet electric motors suddenly felt strange even to people who supported EV technology. Many fans pointed toward one major problem. Modern supercars are no longer just machines. They are entertainment. When someone drives a Lamborghini through a city, people stop and stare. Crowds pull out phones to record videos. Children scream in excitement